Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Heading to a route of Prime today to beat up on some Gloom. So we're going to grab the Gatling Barrage, the good old gas mines, my new favorite Harpoon gun. Of course we go with my all-time favorite supply pack. And the Experimental Infusion Booster. Alright. So I know the Gloom had some... Oh, goodness. It's early morning here, guys. They had some criticisms from everyone, just kind of about how they behaved in general, their burrowing patterns, things like that. So I wanted to drop in here and see what that looked like nowadays. Of course, we're going to get our gear down, get an idea of what's going on. Okay. I tend to like to run off by myself. I know it's generally ill-advised, but I do. I tend to like to run around on my own and challenge myself and see if I can do the thing. Now, right here, I spot a little friend, I think. We all know how these stalkers are, and I love to pre-stim, with this supply pack glitch, which, Arrowhead, please let us keep it. I love it. Pre-stimming, I mean, I did it without the glitch, too, so, oh, we got a friend, kind of noticed him hanging out there. Well, good first shot, second shot barely hit him. Look at a little dancing sample. Okay, so we're always stimming. We have infinite ammo and throwables and consumables. We might as well be stimming all the time. Ah, saw you. These stalkers are so funny. This Harpoon gun really just kind of turns things around on its head, these interactions. It's so good against stalkers. Ooh, thought there was a sample there. I don't need samples, but I try and pick them up for the players who might need them. I know some people say, give me something to do with my samples and I'll pick them up and whatnot, but we try to pick them up for folks who may need them because we were... Oh! See, that was fun. I remember that nice little flick. Hey, where are you going? Get out here. Well, let's see if we can spot him. Ah. Well, if he wants to smoke, he'll come back and get it. So let's move on to this generator. There's no reason to chase. Although sometimes I do get caught up in some of these fights. I love getting into big fights with these Terminids and just seeing if I can survive. Alright, so I tend to start a lot of my interactions by overloading the enemy with gas. Just kind of gives me that space and time to really set up my shots with the Harpoon gun, right? It's a one-shot, right? You got to reload, rounds reloaded, and so you've got to kind of take your time because there's a bit of sway with it, so you got to kind of let it settle. Now here, we just kind of, this guy. So we clean this guy up here, and then when we head to this next portion, we get surprised by all these Alpha Commander heads here, and we're like, woo, this is what the Harpoon gun excels at, is popping Alpha Commander heads. And you'll see we're overloading with gas. We have a little bit of time, so we can reload, overload a little more, reload again, and then let's get to work. Love popping those heads. Containment is key with these Terminids. Like, you'll see I tend to cover the outer edges. I tend to cover varying depths with the throws because you really want to keep these guys contained. As you all well know, it gets out of hand very quickly, and once it does, it's really quite difficult to get it back under control without either the help of your teammates or just straight up leaving and kiting everyone around to try and thin them out and then push back in. So we're finishing them off here. I particularly don't care about walking through my own gas. we have the heavy armor on that protects from like limb damage and lets us reload faster. I tend to not care about my own gas. I know sometimes folks get really upset when I throw a lot of gas, but honestly, it kills you so slowly. You can just stim through it most times, and stims are readily available all over the maps. And plus, that's kind of an interesting upside to this supply pack glitch, is that you actually don't take any supplies, throwables, consumables, any of that kind of stuff from your team. So everything on the map, like you'll see, I won't pick up any of that stuff because I have it all kind of self-contained within my own little orbit here of the supply pack. So this is a boring part of the game with the generator. No one decided to come visit us for the time being. I mean, we did come in and kind of aggressively clear everything out. So it could have easily gotten out of hand. So as you can see here, it kind of is all the difference between, friends, between a quiet objective and one that's completely overran. Is like, you've got to be aggressive about it and just take them out. Okay, so we know we have a spore charger coming just based off of the cloud and the mist here. So let's get the objective done first, and then, all right, here we go. Now we won't stick around too long, just because there's no reason to anymore. No reason to take this fight. But we will, of course, because of how I am, and I love to shoot these bugs. I'm going to stick around and contain a little bit, just to make sure that nothing crazy gets out of hand. And then we'll move on. And of course, you always check your 6, and that's why. Because there's always bugs behind. ABS, guys, always be stimming. And always be shooting. Honestly, that fits on most, if not all, situations. Okay, gotta be careful with the ultimatum there. It's a bit of a tight corridor. It's real easy to kill yourself with the ultimatum. So, but it makes quick work of anything big, anything tanky. Missed there. Yeah, when those bugs are under the influence of gas, they can be kind of spastic. So, alright, old Coyote. We got it max level. I know, no one's surprised. Gun is really good. So good. Okay, but we just love the Harpoon gun. Alright, we're moving on here. We see a nest, see a Bile Titan, see the big hole. I mean, you've got to take care of that immediately. Ultimatum's great for that. Take our little shot here. Perfect. That's done. Right? Again, we just we want to take care of that hole. We want to be aggressive here with our shots and our fights, because otherwise it'll simply get out of hand quickly. Biffed that shot there with the ultimatum. Bit of a risky reload there, but we tend to live life on the edge. Check my back, check my 6 here. You can see the Bile Titan's following me around and being slow. So we're going to come in and see if we can get some info on what the nest looks like. Cool. A couple more enemies to take down. Pretty contained for the most part. Bye-bye! I love their little dances that they do. Although you do see me kind of hang out there, back off for a little bit when the Bile Titan dies. I mean, I don't need to tell you guys, but those guys, they seem to have magnets to your head when they die. They love to jump out and try and kill you. Alright, so we're pushing into the nest. Gotta bring that. Is important to the build. Just kind of finish things off here. This is another place where the Harpoon gun absolutely shines. It's closing bug holes. Closing bug holes, one-shotting these guys like hive darts. Not sure why the ultimatum didn't kill him there. It's fine though. We'll stun him. This guy, and then we'll just deal. Oh! Looks like the Harpoon gun worked. Alright. You down. Alright, last hole here. Hey, little one. It's so funny how you can do all that work sometimes, and then that one little guy left will just, it'll ruin the whole day. You somehow can't figure out how to kill one of those tiny guys, and then they call in a breach, and it's like, what in the world? Alright, so again, lead with gas. It confuses everyone. It kind of keeps breaches off of our back. Love the harpoon gun here. It stops chargers mid-charge. You hear the dog in the background, don't mind him. He's so funny, buddy. Yeah, it'll stop chargers in the middle of a charge. It'll stop a Bile Titan mid-spew. You may even see some of that here in this game if you haven't already. Looks like we got a couple of teammates. One down, one in the loadout coming in. That's good. So we start this up. We hear the teammate over there kind of engaging the enemy. We see the breach. So we start thinking about it. Okay. So we throw that over there by the teammate because it's guaranteed, almost guaranteed, that the teammate's going to rotate back by us or behind us to get some support, which he does. And so that gas can get to work over there with containing, which I said was very important at the beginning. And now here you can see the importance of the spear gun hitting the Bile Titan. I missed there. But the first one, and now I think I'll get the shot here. Yeah, you can see it stops mid-spew. It stops at mid-spew, and then it gives my opponent the time and space they need to take a good shot and take Bile Titan down. And then we toss a grenade because, of course, you always know where there's one bug, there's going to be a million more. So it just, right, contain. You have the battlefield there. You see that napalm barrage come in. So we'll hang out here. Just outside it. We'll keep contained so that whatever manages to make it out, which something always seems to, it can get eaten up by my opponent's barrage here. Well, not my opponent, my teammate's barrage here. Contain. I didn't use it here, but the scope on the Coyote is really good for situations like this with low visibility and a lot going on with the lighting. So we're going to head through this little crack here. Oh, overkill! Ultimatum spam is so funny. Folks get upset sometimes, which understandable. The ultimatum is notoriously janky. If a bug breathes in your direction, you'll shoot the ground and blow yourself up. Okay. Got a nice silhouette there of the head against the sun. Pop it. Wait. Yeah, usually all that movement with the alpha commanders, they're just trying to get you to... Essentially, they're trying to break your thing. And so if you're just patient and you wait for them to quit dancing, and they'll give you the shot. So. And if not, just reload, shoot them again. That's one of the biggest things about this game. Is the best thing you do is keep shooting. Something else you'll see me take advantage of a lot in here is diving. So this could be different, so correct me if I'm wrong. In any of this stuff, correct me if I'm wrong down below. But the really nice part about diving is it gives you this frame of time where you really see the usefulness of the gas here. Like, just keeps everyone confused, allows me all the time I need. My teammates helping me clean it up. Like, yeah, you can really avoid some gnarly situations with gas and crowd control. I'll come back to what I was saying earlier. If I remember. I tend to forget a lot of things. So. Okay, so we've arrived at Seif here. Seif is important. Just as a extra something to throw when things get out of hand. a lot of folks will say grab whatever, grab whatever, grab whatever. I'm a little more min-maxy. It just depends on what's going on. It's quieter right now, so, right, knock on wood. Here we go. This is why we're a little more selective, because a lot of times you can get lucky or fortunate, or, you know, if you're thorough with your search, you can find some better options. Oh, so we see a couple of chargers here. We begin the interaction with gas. We both apparently fail to kill the charger with multiple ultimatum shots. That's okay, because here's Harpoon gun. Making sure everyone's confused so my opponent can finish off. You'll also see me a lot mistakenly flick to the wrong emote. We did mean to say thank you to our opponent there. We try and be kind. I keep saying opponent. Our teammates. Be kind to your teammates out there, divers. They are all the difference. That is for sure. So we try and be nice to our teammates, be kind to our teammates. Because you never know when you might need them. So we see this Bile Titan. We're not particularly messing with it because it's going away. It was so we finish this objective. However, teammates are making noise. So here we go. There's that patience. Alright, we have some coming in. He starts to notice the sound, it looks like, from me, but I'm just going to ignore it. I'm hoping to get up on that. I'm going to ignore it for now. Cool, if they cycle behind my teammate, who looks like they've got the grenade launcher. So, alright, bug breach in here. Remember, contain, contain, contain. I'm going to try and load these explosives in as much as I can. Just because I'm going to have to bail out pretty quick on this spot. So get as much done as I can, and then we'll deal with the breach and come back through. So here we go. Let's get to work. Contain. Opponent through or not opponent. Teammate. We'll get that right eventually. Teammate threw in a napalm barrage here. These things are great for bug breaches. One of the best. Just oh shit buttons, bailout, whatever you want to call it, that you can have in this game, man. If something goes wrong, just toss this one on it and just stand back and salute. And sounds like that teammate is really having fun with that grenade launcher supply pack combo, which, if you're newer to the game, get that combination. If you're a bug diver, get that combination as soon as you can. Because it's just so much fun. And the bugs just melt. You can actually, I think I have some videos. I'm new to posting, not new to games per se. I've been playing games since I was little. Gosh, probably 30 years at this point. And so, yeah. So cool. Just melts them apart. Yeah, I have some videos of grenade launcher, but it's if I remember correctly, it's pretty. I think you can get it pretty quickly. Okay, so we're done with that. Don't try not to. Like I said, we can get stuck in loops of fights sometimes, but it's just fun for me. But it looks like our teammate there is. So we're gonna encourage him to come on because. You know, it's really easy to get caught up. Now, not everyone's going to say, okay, I'll come with you. So we're going to make sure he's coming. All right. Because, yeah, it's really easy for that to get out of hand. Especially if, you know, you have a teammate like me who prefers to be on the move, right? Always stimming. You know, you have to be. Check, check, check. All right, cool. So our teammate's got this grenade launcher, so not going to need a ton of help from me. but I still do toss some gas in there just to make sure. Like I said, it's really easy. Like you see a teammate there, they're affected by my gas. But I carry a supply pack. I could refill them. Hello. Goodbye. I love hitting that headshot from the back there. Anyway. So yeah, you saw even though my teammate was damaged by the gas there, that it's really easy to get out of it, heal through it. So if you start getting gassed or you have a teammate who's using a lot of gas and it's annoying, just know that you can get out of it really easily and stim through it. And look, there's stuff everywhere, all over these maps where you can refill. You just gotta look. Keep trying to give this guy my samples. As I said before, I don't need them, so I every once in a while I'll give them to somebody, but it doesn't look like he wants them currently. We'll pick them back up and then move on. Should have marked the Bile Titan there. Let's see if we do. We did. Alright, cool. This M1 player, I'm just going to shadow them here for the time being. We're pretty much done, but we're just clearing out the last bit of samples. We've got a couple of folks in here, I think. And then, of course, friends. Ultimatum solves all the problems. When in doubt, fire it again. Okay, so we see our teammate rotating. We see a bug breach here. Teammate is actually safe, and so as you can see, he's rotated around the back end there. So we need to head that way anyway. So the teammate's safe. We're actually just going to get all the attention here and pull this breach into this choke point, where then they will be forced to turn toward me into this choke point, and then I can render them essentially moot at this point. As you'll see, I just kind of walk them back, and they funnel into this. We just keep shooting. Throwing grenades. Yeah, supply pack glitch is so good. So it looks like a teammate on extract died. We're just gonna make sure this doesn't get too out of hand, because then the whole team will have to pay for it, because everyone will have to deal with it. Shoot an ultimatum. Okay, so we can see parts of the breach and or a patrol have circled around. So we'll check and confirm that this is a dead end. So we're actually kind of using this pocket of space in here. As you can see, there's a loop. And so I didn't want to take this entire horde to my team. So I'm actually looping them around because I know my gas is on the other side over here. And so I can loop them back through the gas if need be, and take out the rest of the breach. So we're just dealing with this pesky Bile Titan. Sometimes you can get a good kill with the Harpoon gun. Alright, some gas over the top. Looks like we've got a spore charger perhaps. Nope. That's just one of those really up-armored chargers. Behemoth, I believe. Hello. Okay, maybe we do have a... Alright, looks like we do have a sport charger hanging out in here, so let's reload. Make sure we got everything. Okay, cool. 3.5 minutes. That gives us plenty of time to deal with the rest of this. Just being thorough. Standing in my own gas. You know, it's doable, guys. Had someone get really upset at me the other day. Team kill me. Like, you deserve this. Like, whatever works, you know. Like, you can see just how manageable this is with the gas. And even without the infinite ammo, as you can see, I'm very indiscriminate with my shots here. I just fire away. But even without the glitch, you can go see some of my past builds, and yeah, this build works really well even without the glitch. As I'm sure you guys have seen other content creators put that kind of stuff out there. Alright, got that spore charger down. Well, I wasn't sure if we had one or multiple there. Like I said, I tend to fire indiscriminately, which is why I tend to stay away from my teammates, because I tend to kill them. And so, it can sometimes take me a couple more shots. So I'm not always like amazingly on point with my my shots, but we get the job done pretty well, I think. Okay, so we're about halfway-ish done with the extract call-in here. I can hear someone firing. Just making sure. Another patrol. And this is really where the Coyote, for me, stands out, because bugs, you're going to be in a lot of medium to short range. And here we go, contain, because they're going to come down into it. Bingo. Haven't used the orbital Gatling barrage very much this game. Haven't really had to. I use it as kind of a bailout for myself if things get overwhelming. But we're going to try and make it work here with the gas. We got the barrage containing over there. Let's see what my opponent just threw down. Oh, the mini nuke, got to get out of the way of that. 4 seconds. 1. Nice little chunk of kills there. Another grenade. And then we want to stay out of the way of this guy. Our teammate here. He's got this grenade launcher, which, good combination. Teammate dropped our pack there. Missed it. We'll figure that out in a second. Yep. And I'm like, ah! So that, my teammate was like, hey, your bag's right there. And I'm like, hang on a second. Let me go ahead and just show off a little bit. Don't even need that. But not showing off. So, not only do I forget the things I'm saying, but I also forget my chat. So, bear with me. We have fun. Also, another great choice if you guys haven't unlocked that. The Eagle Strafing Run. Goodness, that thing is good. And it's good on all fronts. And so, a lot of times teammates will hang out and want to kill a bunch of bugs. But, as you can see, this teammate